So you want to become a web designer and you don't know how to get started. So I've put together a list of tools, just the basics to get you started, what you might need as far as, everything. Besides just the basic software, everybody knows about using Photoshop, Illustrator, Dreamweaver, whatever it is as a graphic designer or as a web designer that you might need. But some people don't really talk about the extra tools like account management, and everybody needs to know how to do the basics, billing, proposals, how you get started. Basically, the basic setup of a business is not completely ununique to a retail store where you need a website, you need to be able to market yourself. Where do you put yourself? Obviously, web design listings. You also want the basics that you would recommend your client, good SEO, the ability to be found. I guess if you're really small and you don't have enough time to do a ton of work, maybe you don't want to be way out there, so maybe you just rely on referrals at first. But you do want to still keep at least a fair amount of visibility. And to do that, you need to do the exact same things that you would recommend to your clients. Maybe it's pay-per-click, maybe you want to do basic newspaper ads. Somebody who is looking for a website may not necessarily be tech savvy, so you're going to want to be places that they will be. And generally, some of those people still read the newspaper, so you want to be there. Or, again, there's a lot of different directory listings, and I'm not going to name really actually any of them. But some basic tools might be things like Blinksale, which will help you with invoicing, so forth. And so I've put together a little slideshow here of some products and just quick snapshots of each of them. If you have any questions or comments, let me know, and maybe I'll go through and actually show you how to use each of these if I get any questions. If I don't, I probably won't do another video on this, but I hope everybody enjoys this, and I hope it's helpful to any of the new web designers out there. So good luck, everybody, and have fun playing with Photoshop, Illustrator, and all the fun tools that help us be website wizards. So see you guys later. So let's start off with browsers. You're going to want to have a good browser. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, I guess. I personally don't really like IE. I don't think most programmers do, but you could use FireFox, and I personally like it because of the add-ons feature. I have a picture here of the web developer add-on, and it's really useful. It has a lot of different tools, connects directly with W3 schools so that you can validate CSS and HTML. There's quite a bit of solutions as far as learning how to actually be a web designer and be a programmer. Lynda.com is a really good option there. Software, Photoshop is Premiere. Next up would be Gimp, it's free. Coda is a really nice programming. I personally like it. It'll let you see all of your files. You can see multiple and save multiple FTP clients, and then when you make the changes and after you're done and you're ready to save, it'll automatically upload them online, although you can do this with Dreamweaver now too, but Dreamweaver is a little bit more intense, so it depends on what level of designer or programmer you want to be. Transmit is another really good one as far as FTP. It's Dropbox. It's really nice for being able to share files with clients, but also if you have more than one computer, you can share files on both computers basically in real time. As soon as you upload it into your Dropbox, and it works just like files and folders would, it'll automatically sync those, and then it saves a copy of it online too. So if your computer were to get stolen, all of your files would still be on there. Paparazzi is fantastic if you want to take screenshots. It'll take full page screenshots of any page that you type into it, so I recommend downloading it seeing as it's free. So basically what these time management tools do is keep track of how long your programs have been open for, and then give you an exact amount of time that you've spent on each individual project. So say you have Photoshop file A open for 10 minutes, and then you have Photoshop file B JPEG open for 20 minutes. It'll tell you the exact file and how long. It'll also tell you which internet browsers that you've had open for however long. So it's really convenient in that fact that you literally don't have to sit there and look at the clock and then write down on a timesheet or something. It takes all the guesswork out of it, which is important when you're billing people and they don't really want you guessing in the first place. The next thing is if you want some CSS editing tools or just other coding tools and design tools, I've put together a small list of just random ones that you can use. Blinksale is what I use for invoicing, and it's nice because if you also have people invoice you back, you can keep track of everything that you've bought. Highrise is good for tracking leads. Kuler and a couple others are great for coming up with interesting color schemes. And then there's a couple of tools on here for figuring out resolution size of your screen and how big you need to design things. tweetbg.me is showing you basically what your Twitter background looks like on different screen sizes, because obviously you probably don't have one of every single screen size. Quantum Gateway is for automatic payment. So say you do have a monthly billing and you're sending out those invoices, well, maybe you just want to set somebody up on a package so that you can auto payment, especially if you have a client who's regularly paying you late. iStock is one example of a stock photo service where you can buy photos that you can actually use in your designs. That and Getty Images. There's all different kinds of drawing pads and Wacom tablets that you can use for actually drawing on your computer screen. Browser shots is really convenient. Obviously, you're not going to have every single browser on your computer, or maybe you do, but you need to optimize your site for more than one browser. Generally, the top ones would be Safari, Firefox, IE. So maybe you need some inspiration. I don't know where you normally get your inspiration from, going to design shows or whatever else, but Tweak is great for getting inspired on CMS designs. CSS Collection is great for that. Web Cream. I just put a small list of those in here to get you started. Typesetter will let you compare a couple of different types next to each other. So when you're trying to figure out your typography for a site, you can actually see them up close and see if they actually work well together. CrowdSpring is a crowdsourcing design. This is more for clients than you, but if you're looking to get started and you're designing, going on to CrowdSpring isn't awful even if you never win a project. At least you get some real feedback from clients on why they are and are not choosing your designs, and you can start to see why other people's designs are getting chose. So you can really start to get a feel for client needs and expectations and whether or not you're actually meeting them. The Icon Factory is just another random tool as far as icons go. I put a couple of other similar ones in there like that. Favicon is one of the more important ones again. If you've ever looked at tabs on browsers and you see, say you have Gmail open and you mail the left corner right next to the title of the website, well, that's known as a favicon, and it also again appears up in the URL section of the browser. Brush Easy is some free additional fun brushes that you can use in your Photoshop. I know there's a lot of additional tools that I could have added in here, but these are just a few to get you started, and I hope they help. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as usual, don't hesitate to contact me.